to stop screwing around. Here we go. Where was I? Oh yeah. God damn it, Zach! Just give me this page for the case! Anyway. I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. The recipient's name is you, Zach Grammary. Yes, it is I. Wait. This page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? Don't you dare. Don't you dare say you had it all this time. I will be upset. I will be incredibly upset. How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnify gave it to me that night. He gave it to you! Which means you had it on hand! You could have told me this earlier. Like, 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom. Clearly, you didn't trust me enough to defend you! The greatest of Magnify Grammary's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. Also a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple's attorney. As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir. Rightful? I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter. That is why I have risked all to come here tonight. Brushel. Sir! Here you go. What's this? A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides. No, I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary. You are? By day, I wear a notary's glasses and hunt for the news. And by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I have come here tonight. You absolute motherfucker! You had the page on you, and you didn't trust me enough. All this fucking time, 7 years, and it's all your fault. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said. Precisely. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So, if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all their possessions. Exactly. Which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say, I'm securing my daughter's inheritance. Do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yes. I received the performance rights from Magnify Grammary. However, this was done in secret, without witnesses. Before Magnify died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammary, and Valen Grammary. Not Trucy. I see. So you do need this document. I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background. Found you no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition? Final? Why? As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter? It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago, we played. 7 years ago, I lost. I already lost to Magnify. I do not care to lose to another. I have heard that you never lose. It's just a rumor. Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it caused me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up. That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Russell, you may leave.
But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch and I punch, but still, it is not enough.
I just remembered a future the prayer engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Then let us begin. Dealer!
Da?
You'll be witness to our competition.
Da. It is an honor for me.
Why haven't I seen her around here before? That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe his name. You know him? After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. Remember this. The Grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I need to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Grammary knew. But how? Why? Solitary Cell 13. Wow, look at this nice cell. Oh, hey, Gavin. Christoph. Well, well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down my cramped confines? Gavin. Ah, right, flashback. I don't read flashbacks. Unless they're brand new flashbacks. That's the exception. All I did was point the finger of justice. You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Present gun! What do you think about this, Gavin? I hardly need to remind you that I'm not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in chair technology. No information forthcoming there, I guess. I wanted to take a look at this chair. Holy shit. Chair technology. That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. How about a comfortable bed, maybe? You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of the standard prison issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. It's strange, you know? Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up. This is solitary? Hold on, this is solitary? You have bars that let you see outside. I assume people come by, judging by, you know, me being in here. This is solitary? Also, of course, all the books. This is not solitary. Zero chance. Looks like you got more than books up there. Yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Not solitary. Just a little. Oh, hey, look, a yellow envelope. That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at others' mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I'm allowed a pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Rose. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here? Yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending. But she is my best friend, as they say. Best? Come on, now I'm starting to feel bad. No? Of course. She's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Von Gole. Cute, but feisty. Every dog has its thorn. Every dog has its thorn. Window. Door. Nothing else. Alright then. Let's talk. Life has been full of surprises. For both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zach Gramery. You know, the defendant. I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises. Don't you think? After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think that this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I'm an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. You recall that case 7 years ago? Yes. The trial where Zach Gramery pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? End quote. That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years, we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspected me then as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Gramery mentioned your name, Gavin. After that, he was killed. And I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone else had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. Cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No. Zach Gramarye.
Yo, he's got Cyclops! 5 of them, and they're black, holy shit.
Whoa. I've never seen Cyclops like these. Dark. Cold. Full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. Why is that bottle there now? He's doing his nails. It won't even let me use the Magatama on that. You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me.
Oh, yeah! Christoph Gavin sells nail polish!
That thing probably costs more than my entire salary.
I see solitary, and I'm stumbling because of it, but I'm trying to say salary.
What's wrong with me? That thing probably costs more than my entire salary. Hey, tell me about it. What do you think about this, Gavin? You know, the thing that you literally just handed me. Okay, he does not care. Well, sure. Salary confinement. That's what Gumshoe's in. Also, welcome Konagami. Yeah, so I never tried this, did I? Tell me all about yourself. The Gramarye secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why's that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalassa Gramarye. I will not speak of that! Thalassa is officially missing, correct? I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. I mean, it's probably a gun. Gun! The 3 of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind the fame. One that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valen Gramarye's bullets. It was an accident! It wasn't me. How can I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm not sure Valen would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you! Her eyes. I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. There was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead. Magnifique Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy. Mr. Zack? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else. Someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power.
How would I know?
My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power. And I know who. This boy? His name is... I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney.
Attorney?
I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like. But you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% truth, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. A ring. Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. I mean, not at all. Does it show her bracelet here? Oh, yep, it does. Ever so slightly, but it does. Oh, there's actual unique dialogue here. So this is Trucy's mother, Thalassa. She's pretty. I can picture her on stage with Zack. Still, she looks like a down-to-earth type too. I guess Trucy takes after her. Okay. He doesn't care about that. Mr. Zack? This face is your response, Mr. Ex-Attorney. You did say I wouldn't laugh if I knew the facts, right? Yeah. Few magicians will tell you they're going to produce a dove, then take off their hat. It's almost more effective not to reveal your hand in advance, Mr. Wright. Which I've just done, clearly. Question is, do I have a trumpet card in here somewhere? Think, Wright, think. Okay, so I need the bracelet itself. And then show the picture afterwards. Alright, I got nothing. It's time to leave. Let's end inquiry and go to the past. Let's see, this was you. And this was... diary. Let's check it. Actually, hold on. I don't have everything here. I do have everything here for some reason. Even stuff from the future. Very cool. I think I don't actually want to be here then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Mission? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no Cyclops in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So, what's Mr. Misham hiding? The sample. Yes, there was a reference. Why should I hide that? Huh? After the trial, I submitted everything to the court. My work, the sample page, everything. I can give you directions to the court if you'd like.
That's fine. I know where the court is.
Unless you were just trying to get me to leave. Sorry, I can sometimes be a little blunt. Well, I've made my stand. This is the same thing. So what's Mr. Misham hiding?
The forger!
I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said. What is it then? You told me what you knew about the client. I couldn't see any psych locks. Psycho locks? Is that some sort of asylum security? Or a new hairstyle, perhaps? But then they did show up, didn't they? Who's your client? You do not know. Not personally. Those words triggered the psych locks. Again with the psycho locks. Now I really must know what they are. So, you didn't meet with the client. But someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence? Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psych locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. Your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham. Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is Vera Misham, age 12. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous! My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been one for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. Psyclocks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself.
Well, that was easy.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12. A genius, you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now. Do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know about who the client was then? Actually, the client came once. Here, to this studio. What? Why didn't you say so sooner? Their face was covered up and they did not want to talk to me. So, they talked to your daughter. I will speak only with the artist, the client told me. And that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess. You'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy. Extremely so, actually. With only one exception. Which was? Oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. All right. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say do, re, mi. Can't find them anywhere. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer. This is the same thing. Do you like nail polish? What do you think about this? I got it from the future. 7 years from now, in fact. I think I just made her nervous. Something to grab her attention. What? What do you think about this page that you forged? What do you think about a syringe, little girl? What about a gun? What about an amazing Mr. Hat? What about a locket that doesn't belong to either of us? What about these transferal of rights? What about this diary? Alright. Cool. What about, hey kid, wanna see a dead body? Yeah. That's not gonna work. Let's look at the environment here. What's this painting here? That's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table. Not a feeling I know anything about yet. At least not yet. Going home by any chance? No, I was just checking out the door. Oh, good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Paints are scattered all around. Probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Look at all this stuff. There's some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really. I'll sell you one for 50 cents. That's okay. They look kinda heavy. Oh. Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. Let's take a look at that. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside of it? A stamp? Please, don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. Huh? That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. That's Zach and Valent. The Grammaries, isn't it? The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, and the Grammaries were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. That's unfortunate. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end. I see. That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Commemorative stamp! That's a pretty bottle. Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. What's this red envelope? Oh, don't touch that! It's quite important. The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I'd better behave. Though it's tempting to just grab it. Oh, whoops. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves, with some noticeable gaps. It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. I can see how you'd want to do that, sure. Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color, as long as you have the 3 primary colors? Well, it's a lie. Or guy. You use these gizmos for painting. They're pretty elaborate. Those. Those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle. Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. Nothing else? Nothing else. Alright. Let's talk magicians! And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp... Keep her talking. Isn't Troupe Grammary amazing? Hmm? Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zach and Valent. I mean, they're just so magical. Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic! You know? Me too, me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah. All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Magic. The Grammary Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once when I was little, with Father. The Grammary's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all. Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zach and Valent, maybe? Oh, sure. All right. Better get asking before she changes her mind. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. Well, true, but there's lots of good people too. Actually, I should tell you, she was almost kidnapped once. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grammary Museum. With you, in fact. Yes, well, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? When I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was. Father! I told you to keep that a secret! And that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So, your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things? I really like painting. A lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. So you did this too? Oh, yes, that was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips, the pen slips, and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Grammary coffin. Guess no one told her. They're the best in the world! Huh? Oh, you mean Troupe Grammary? Of course! Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. I guess I just took it. Yeah. Took it? Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the client? There may be dogs barking in the background for a moment. Hold on. Oh, we talked about the Grammaries forever that day. The dogs, they don't stop. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. They were trying to get on her good side. Sent from the real, quote-unquote, client. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with them. What's this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about it. Huh? if I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really, really have to know. 2 locks! Right. Time to do some psych unlocking. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you the stamp? No, that's not why. They listened to me. To my problem. The problem? That keeps her inside all the time? Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. Good luck charm? That your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottle's over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? I heard once, cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. Is your good luck charm the same bottle that I got from 7 years in the future? I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? I didn't know about this guy using nail polish until 7 years in the future. But here he is! This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised not to tell. Got him. Like taking testimony from a 12-year-old. I'm sorry. I can't talk about the client. I promised. If I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then. I think they might be the devil. Huh? Or maybe an angel? What do you mean? I saw it. Or I think I saw it when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So where you'd see this devil then? So quick, I don't remember it well. But that's when I knew. That person wasn't like the other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I'm sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Grammary. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes are sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh, okay. Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with a young forger, I witnessed something of a vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it was already too late. Let's go over to the detention center. Let's talk about blackmail. Warlocks. Let's start with a gun. And this shows who it was. A word, if I may.
Damn it.
Yeah, it does. Does it excite you to know you stand at a critical moment in your quest? Yeah, it does. Sort of. Then you'd never make it on stage. You're not fit to be a magician. Give it up. Well, I hadn't actually been considering that as a career option. I'm sure you'll find something else to while away the time. Like figuring out who that bullet hit. Alright, here. Tracy's locket. But that's Zach Gramarye's wife. And Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name. Alakazarg! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, huh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. No. Now let's try this stamp. Troupe Gramarye's performances were very, very popular. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age. Golden age. It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know! Part of his memory is still locked up. There is one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you say, our troupe was a world unto itself. If our leader Magnifi was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But Mr. Wright, then he would have hit a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Alan's got a point. One of the troupe members died in an accident, and Magnifi covered it up. His innocence would come into question. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? Oh, I'm so close. There has to be something. But how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valent's relationship with Magnifi. I see in your eyes, you still have something you want to say. How could you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. With a person. It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both of your hands. This information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. I mean, it's probably not this. It's the, yeah. Were you, by any chance, trying to threaten me? No, of course not. You'll never make a good blackmail artist. Never. Not a career choice I'd been considering, actually. Give up your dreams. Work an honest job. That's my advice. The troupe was a tight-knit unit. It's all about the people involved. Personalities, their histories. Who was Thalassa, really? I see in your eyes, you still have something to say. I'm missing something mentally. Of course, I don't have the page from Zack that he gave me 7 years in the future. What a dickbag. I have more that I could bring up here? Thanks to Spark Brushel! No, who was the Thalassa really? How about the people involved? I guess I'll just try presenting Thalassa. With a person. I'm gonna take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both of your hands. And this information proves why Magnify held so much power over you. Man, look at that mustache. They just, you know, I guess those would be sideburns that go into his nostrils. Kind of gross, actually. Incredibly gross. Let's just present that Thalassa. It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Gramarye's wife, Lucy's mother, and Magnify Gramarye's only daughter. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnify's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident! There we go. There's no proof. None at all! But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troupe Gramarye? The master, Magnify Gramarye, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. That's all it was. An accident. Zack and Valent's tour de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly, straight towards that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow! Everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick, with a new twist. And tragedy. But as for whose bullet stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalassa disappeared from our lives. Zack was bereft of his wife. Lucy lost her mother, and Magnify his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes with when the curtain falls. The darkness! Why did Magnify Gramarye try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troupe Gramarye. Passing of the torch from Magnify to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so much that it might be a success. Thalassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we can no longer oppose Magnify's wishes. Magnify forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing. But then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads. Things were dark behind the scenes in Troupe Gramarye, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped me a lot. Not to find Magnifi's slayer, I should think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing, quite persistently. A reporter? He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking around the dressing room, doing his research. Would you happen to remember his name? Oh, what was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zach. And I liked him not. I see. His name, I do not recall. But his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thanks for your help. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers. Only wounds. Sorry. I'd begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troupe Grammary. I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, I never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea of who it is now. That smile and that sickly sweet smell of mint. Last floss, thin thread connecting Zach Grammary to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down.